Getting ready to step into your career era? Set yourself apart with Adobe Creative Cloud Pro for students. Hone your skills with apps like Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, and more, powered with the latest in creative AI. Students save over 55% so you can build a portfolio you're proud of. Launch your future with Adobe Creative Cloud Pro for students. Visit adobe.com/students to learn more.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Brace the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started today at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Polestar. There's only one true way to experience the all-electric luxury SUV Polestar 3, and that's to take a test drive. It can go from 0 to 60 in as little as 4.8 seconds with the dynamic handling of a sports car. But to truly understand how it commands the road, you need to be behind the wheel. Up to 350 miles of range, the 3D surround sound system by Bowers & Wilkins. It's all something you have to experience to believe. So book your test drive for Polestar 3 today at polestar.com.
If you went on a road trip and you didn't stop for a Big Mac or drop a crispy fry between the car seats or use your McDonald's bag as a placemat, then that wasn't a road trip. It was just a really long drive. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's.
How to beat procrastination at work. Abstract. Procrastination is a pervasive challenge that undermines productivity, leading to missed deadlines, poor performance, and increased stress. Understanding the root causes such as task aversion, poor time management, fear of failure, impulsiveness, and self-regulation issues allows leaders to develop targeted strategies to combat it. This article explores research-backed techniques to overcome procrastination, including breaking large tasks into manageable steps, using planners to schedule work, setting achievable daily goals, and leveraging environmental triggers. Additionally, strategies like positive self-talk, rewarding progress, and minimizing distractions help sustain focus and motivation. Beyond individual efforts, cultivating an anti-procrastination culture is essential for long-term success. Leaders play a pivotal role by modeling engaged behavior, implementing accountability systems, and promoting work-life balance to prevent burnout. By fostering productive habits at both individual and organizational levels, businesses can reduce procrastination, enhance employee well-being, and maintain consistent progress toward goals. Procrastination is a widespread productivity problem that affects organizations and individuals alike. With constant demands on our time and attention, it can be easy to put off important tasks and responsibilities. However, chronic procrastination takes a significant toll in the form of missed deadlines, poor job performance, increased stress, and diminished well-being. As leaders and managers, it is important to understand why procrastination occurs and what steps can be taken to overcome it, both for ourselves and for those we lead. Today, we will explore the underlying causes of procrastination, provide research-backed strategies for beating it, and offer industry examples of effective anti-procrastination practices. Causes of procrastination. Before addressing how to overcome procrastination, it is helpful to understand why it occurs in the first place.
On WhatsApp, no one can see or hear your personal messages. Whether it's a voice call, message, or sending a password, to WhatsApp, it's all just this. So whether you're sharing the streaming password in the family chat or trading those late-night voice messages that could basically become a podcast, Your personal messages stay between you, your friends, and your family. No one else. Not even us. WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
Research points to several common root causes. Task aversiveness, one of the main drivers of procrastination, is a dislike or distaste for the task at hand. Steele, 2007. When people view tasks as boring, difficult, or unpleasant, they are more likely to put them off in favor of more immediately gratifying activities. This is especially true for tasks seen as vague or ambiguous. Poor time management. Procrastinators often struggle with effective time management. They underestimate how long tasks will take, have poor prioritization skills, and fail to schedule specific times for work. Lay. 1986, without a clear sense of priorities and timelines. Important tasks become easy to neglect. Fear of failure or success, the anxiety of possibly failing or even succeeding can paradoxically cause procrastination. Martin, et al. 2010, people may delay starting to avoid potential disappointments or uncomfortable feelings of having to perform well under pressure. Impulsiveness. Some research links trait impulsiveness and difficulty controlling urges to procrastination. Steele, 2010, for impulsive personalities. More immediately rewarding activities naturally take priority over important future-oriented responsibilities. Self-regulation issues at its core, procrastination involves dysregulated self-control and willpower. Steele, 2007. Putting off tasks requires overriding natural, short-term urges in service of long-term goals and priorities. For those prone to procrastination, self-regulation abilities may be weaker. These causes provide insights into strategies. By addressing the underlying drivers, organizations can help employees better manage tasks, time, anxiety, impulses, and self-discipline to overcome chronic procrastination. Strategies for beating procrastination. With an understanding of what drives procrastination, leaders can implement research-backed strategies to help individuals and teams stay focused and productive. The following approaches have been shown effective when applied consistently. Breaking large tasks into smaller steps. One way to make procrastinated tasks feel less daunting is to consciously break them down into smaller, more manageable steps. Airely and Wertenbrock, 2002. This relieves the anxiety of an overwhelming to-do list and provides a sense of frequent small wins along the way. For example, writing a 10-page report could be divided into steps like find 3 sources, outline key points, write introduction, write section 1, etc. Completing each step delivers a mini sense of accomplishment that fuels continued progress. Using a daily planner or calendar. Strong time management, with dedicated blocks for each task, is crucial to overcoming procrastination. Lay. 1986. Daily or weekly planners help visualize commitments and priorities. Software programs like Trello or Asana make it easy to schedule, track progress, and keep all team members accountable to deadlines. At a biotech firm, each employee's weekly calendar clearly allocates hours for major ongoing projects. This prevents last-minute scrambling and ensures important R&D deadlines are met. Setting small, achievable daily goals. In addition to breaking projects into steps, leaders can encourage setting smaller daily productivity goals that are realistic yet challenging. Lynch et al. 2010. Achieving mini milestones each day builds momentum and reinforces a habit of consistent progress instead of last-minute crunches. A consulting company trains employees to set a quota of billable hours each day rather than vague weekly targets. Hitting the daily numbers becomes a motivating game that propels the whole team forward. Environmental cues and triggers. Some experts argue procrastination stems partly from a lack of environmental triggers prompting action. Silver and Sabini, 1981. Setting clear situational cues makes task starting an automatic behavior. An energy company ensures important renewal contracts stay top of mind by displaying the due dates prominently on communal whiteboards. Simply seeing the dates daily sparks employees to safely complete renewals ahead of schedule. Positive self-talk and reframing. Negative self-criticism often causes stress and evasive behaviors like procrastination. Taylor and Kemeny, 2011. Leaders can encourage positive self-talk and reframing how employees perceive difficult tasks. For example, rather than thinking I dread this presentation, reframing as this will be a great chance to showcase my knowledge shifts mindset from aversive to enthusiastic. Positive focus breeds productive effort instead of avoidance. Rewarding progress, not just outcomes. To reinforce steady effort and momentum over last-minute dashing, leaders can acknowledge and celebrate milestones, not just final results. Galliot and Baumeister, 2007. Praise and minor rewards along the way satisfy intrinsic needs for accomplishment and social validation. A law firm publicly thanks individuals each time a case progresses from discovery to depositions to closing arguments, keeping teams energized throughout long-term projects instead of racing for last-minute finishes. Limiting distractions and urgent interruptions. Given the temptation of more immediately rewarding activities, enforcing limits on non-work distractions during dedicated work periods helps with self-control. Early and Wurtenbrock, 2002. A web development agency reserves the afternoon solely for focused coding with all notifications silenced. Employees report less procrastinative multitasking and greater productivity as a result. Implementing these practical, research-backed strategies can help organizations overcome chronic procrastination at both individual and group levels. However, lasting change also requires cultivating a culture that reinforces effective habits on an ongoing basis. Cultivating an anti-procrastination culture. While strategies provide tools, culture plays the larger role in shaping behaviors over the long run. Leaders aim to establish norms, routines, and incentives across teams that reinforce diligence as the social default, rather than last-minute heroics. A few methods for cultivating an enduring anti-procrastination ethos include communicating clear expectations. Work standards must emphasize consistent progress over crunch time emergencies. Leaders clearly define task responsibilities, deadlines, and the expectation that employees will regularly update their standing. Schauenberg and Ley, 1995. Ambiguity breeds procrastination. Implementing accountability systems, peer accountability systems, where individuals report progress to colleagues, activate social motivation factors proven to strengthen self-control. Hager et al. 2010. Public progress updates shift procrastination from a private habit into a social norm, offering support for self-regulation. Given procrastination's root in weaker self-discipline, leaders can provide training, resources, and mentorship on time management, goal setting, project planning, and stress prevention. Schoolenberg, 2004, with guidance, self-regulation skills. Strengthen over time. Modeling engaged behavior, leaders model diligence by working consistently and productively themselves. Brown and Treviot, 2006. Followers emulate what they observe in their superiors, rather than what leaders merely instruct. Consistent, engaged behavior from the top cultivates a culture where procrastination loses favor. Promoting work-life balance. Heavy workloads predict procrastination due to depletion of self-control resources. Tice and Baumeister. 1997. Maintaining reasonable job demands, along with encouragement of recharging off-hours activities, helps stave off burnout and its unproductive consequences. These cultural elements, coupled with proven strategies, equip organizations for long-term success in meeting commitments and maximizing productivity through sound time management habits across all levels. In the end, beating procrastination requires consistent effort from each individual, as well as supportive norms from the teams and cultures that shape daily routines. Conclusion: procrastination poses a significant problem for organizational and individual effectiveness, given its prevalence in the workplace. By understanding its core causes in things like task aversion, poor time management, and self-regulation issues, leaders gain insights for implementing proven anti-procrastination strategies and cultivating a culture of diligence. Breaking large projects into steps, setting clear schedules and goals, rewarding consistent progress, limiting distractions, and cultivating accountability systems counter the drivers of avoidance. When adopted systematically and modeled from the top down, these evidence-based approaches empower both managers and employees to conquer chronic procrastination through enhanced focus, motivation, and productivity over the long term.